Hello, this is Charlotte with Glam Adelaide, and we are talking today to Amanda Rowe from Oysters SA. So thanks so much for joining us, Amanda.
My pleasure.
Where are you
Thanks
currently?
for having us.
No problem.
Sorry, where am I currently?
Yes, are you at an oyster farm?
I'm actually standing in the yard trying to find a non-wind affected spot so that I can talk to you on my laptop.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day.
My pleasure.
So I've looked at your newly renovated website for Oysters SA, and you have an interactive map for, kind of some of the state's best tourism experiences and places where you can buy oysters. So tell me a bit about that map and the new site.
Yeah, so the website's been under redevelopment, which is great. It had been sitting up there stagnating for a while, and we've got some new staff on deck who are very keen to give everything a bit of a facelift, which is awesome, and bring us into the digital savvy era that we're selling in now. And the interactive map is an awesome way for all the growing regions to be represented with their farm gates and their tourism experiences. And on the back of a 2-year spat shortage and then COVID that's affected our industry, it's a great way to get people travelling within our state and dropping into the farm gate and getting their fresh oysters straight from the farmer.
Right, absolutely. And I think it's especially helpful for this Easter holiday season. So do you think that would be a helpful tour for a lot of people going on holidays?
Oh, definitely. If everyone wants to get onto Oysters SA website, if you're travelling around York Peninsula, Eyre Peninsula or Kangaroo Island, it'll give you all the spots you can buy fresh oysters from. And since we're doing a lot of domestic travel nowadays in this current COVID world, it should help everybody find some really strong immune boosting oysters for their Easter break.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Is Oysters SA an oyster farm, or do you work kind of for the whole industry?
Oysters SA is an association that represents the oyster growers in South Australia. And so we have a membership with Oysters SA. They represent the growing regions and the farmers, and they liaise between the industry and PIRSA on industry related issues, and obviously the longevity of our industry, because we want to make sure that oyster farming and aquaculture is a big thing in South Australia for a long time.
Yeah, me too. I'd like that too. And what is your favorite type of oyster? How would you usually eat your oysters?
Well, I'm a purist, and so I just like mine straight out of the water with a little squeeze of lemon and a bit of cracked pepper and slurp.
Oh, nice. I'm a Tabasco girl myself.
Tabasco is nice. We've got a new KI fig vinegar over here that goes very well with them.
Ooh, okay. Good to know. And I've heard that Easter is kind of the start of the best season to eat oysters. So is that true, or when are they spawning, and when's the best time to eat them?
Yeah, so the Pacific oysters are best eaten in winter and spring, even though everyone seems to want seafood in summer.
Right.
The best time to get amongst the Pacific oysters in South Australia is winter and spring, which is why these sort of holidays like the long weekends with Anzac Day and in May, they're good times to get out to oyster growing regions and buy your fresh oysters straight from the farmer. Once the water temperature starts increasing, they do change texture and they get a little creamy. That's heading into December and January, and then they usually go to spawn January, February, March-ish. We're about a month behind the West Coast over here on Kangaroo Island. So we're just coming into season, and they've been in season for a few weeks.
Okay, great. So this holiday is an amazing time to use the Oysters SA app, or not the app, but the map, and go on a nice oyster tour.
Definitely.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Amanda. I really appreciate that. And now I'm very hungry for some oysters. So
Oh, I should have had one here. I could have slurped for you.
Oh yeah, you could have shown us how to shuck it, but maybe next time.
Oh, good.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us at Glam Adelaide.
No worries. Thanks for having us.
Thanks. Bye,
Bye.
Amanda.